okay, that's no problem. We're going to see it's going to end up bad for him. I hope he loses. It's like, no, let me stop. I don't like what Phil is doing. I don't like it. Yeah, Will.
You said Phil.
I said Phil? Who told him to say Phil and Will and Gil? Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of Director's Day Off. Today's episode is super special. We're going to be talking about Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 6. And today I have with me the one, the only...
Bridgette Manful. Hi everyone, I'm the president and founder of Chronicles Connect. What else? I'm just amazing. I'm Robin's cousin. What else? I don't really have much to say, but yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. So Season 2, Episode 6, it's getting really real. So we get to see a different side of Phil. We get to see the man he was before he left North Carolina. I thought he was acting like a little boy. But anyway, we saw how last season, we saw it was Viv versus Vibe, but this season is very much Phil against Julius, and they put up a much bigger fight than we saw Season 1 with Viv and Vive's little blow up. But of course, they made up at the end. Will decides to be selfish and go for the Founders Award. And at first, Carlton wasn't having it. But later on, when he saw his uncle and his dad fighting, he decided, okay, you know what? I don't mind a little competition. Ashley has a run-in with one of the figures that she was studying, which was actually her oldest living uncle. And of course, we got to talk about our girl, Hillary. Hillary is blowing up Jazz's phone, but he is not even answering until the end of the episode, guys. Lamar, he got invited to the family reunion because Phil, of course, he had to one up his brother. And Hillary was not having that because she was trying to get back with Jazz. So at the end of the episode, we see that he finally gets into Hillary's head. He has a little dance with her. And then, of course, our boy Jazz decides he wants to reply. And that's everything that happened in Episode 6. So let's get into it. Okay. So what was your favorite part of this episode?
I think when Will was reassuring Jeffrey that he's a good father. I think that meant a lot to Jeffrey because it's just like, I haven't been a father. Like I haven't had the opportunity, and it's like I'm playing dad for y'all. And then also Will not growing up with a father.
Yeah.
So I think that was my favorite part, one, because it's really sentimental, and two, because of the impact. I don't know, I feel like that's one of the most random, not talked about moments. But that was one of my favorites.
I'm glad you brought that up because I even wondered, what does Jeffrey even want with his son now? Why now? Is he because Phil is there? What do you think?
I think it was mostly based on the fact that, I don't know, I think Will growing up without a dad and how he lashed out and how much he was just I want to see my dad, what's going on? Yeah. Where's he at? And Uncle Phil was so against it. Jeffrey was just dang, what if my son... No, Jeffrey was not I'm thinking. Jeffrey's what if my son wants to see me? Is this how his parents or whose guardians are going to act? And it's dang, what if my son really wants to see me and I'm not even going to be able to be there for him? So I think that moment really impacted Jeffrey. And I think that's probably why he wants to see his son now.
That's true. I didn't think about that because I'm just based on his story, I'm is it even safe for his son to see him? I thought people were after you. Are they gone? What does he want with him now? And I really wonder, even with Jeffrey's baby mother, because I don't know if that's his girlfriend or his wife.
They didn't mention her though.
He just said his son's mother. So I was just I wonder how she feel. Did she feel the same way? But besides that, my favorite moment actually, I just love the nuances of Black culture. So when the mom brought her greens in that hot luggage bag, what I'm saying?
And then Carlton was so this has been on the plane. Okay.
That joy, I was okay, that was good because I wouldn't have thought about that. And then she was who's gonna help me in the kitchen? And then okay, we'll help you. Hillary and Ashley were okay, we're gonna help you. And then my favorite part is she's you don't have to. I'm that's such a Black mom thing to say.
Not even just Black. I think even African parents do that too.
Yeah.
No, but did you notice it was intentional? She was well, I wonder who's gonna help me. And then of course Hillary and Ashley were right there. I'm well, we guess we'll help you. She's I don't have to. But you just asked for help.
Exactly.
So what you want?
Exactly. My next question to you was, how do you feel about Uncle Phil inviting Lamar to the family reunion?
Child. One, it was just okay, of course we know Jazz. The episode before was yeah, Jazz, yeah, it's cool. But he's seeing Lamar interact with Hillary's family. That's really what triggered him to even leave and act the way that he was acting. I mean, Hillary doesn't know that. I mean, she needs to read the room if she don't know.
Legit, she needs to read the room. She's really starting to piss me off.
Girl, read the room.
Okay.
Why are
you using my text?
No, literally, like, read the room, girl. The whole episode, I actually had anxiety because I'm like, oh, Jazz is gonna pull up.
I was waiting. I was waiting for him to pull up.
Jazz is gonna pull up, and then of course, like, what was throwing me left is Hillary's family's like, I know that ain't Lamar. You better come here, Lamar. Oh Lamar.
My God.
Oh, Lamar. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Uncle Phil inviting him, like, I get it, but then it just takes me back to Black families, African families. We don't know how to read the room. Like, your parents put you in situations or say things, and you just be looking at them like, I know daggone well you ain't invite this man to the family reunion.
And then gave him a t-shirt. That's what really had me. I'm like, okay, he's there, but then he decided. First of all, they had a size for him and everything. Let me stop.
No, literally, no, they had the size for him and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. If Uncle Phil was my father, I would not understand his perspective. It would just be like, I don't get it. Like, the game was that deep. But then again, did Hillary express to her family, like, what's going on?
Of course not.
Exactly. So it's like, at the same time, can we really hold him accountable for not knowing? Like, we're all, not naive, but like, he can't read Hillary's mind.
No.
And Hillary clearly can't read Jazz's because she don't know why he's not picking up.
She doesn't know her man enough. But like,
how did you feel when you saw him?
When I saw him, I think I was like this. Like, this episode really had me out of out of my bed, not my seat. I was very nervous because I really thought Jazz was gonna pull up because she literally invited him. So I thought he was gonna be like, "Well, you invited me, like come and like come."
Or like, let me not be childish. Let me come.
Exactly. I trusted Jazz. I thought he was gonna come. But I don't blame him for not. But how I feel like I was saying, like, I feel like Uncle Phil wasn't himself in this episode. I think he was that guy from Yamaka. I think he was like you could see, like, his whole episode, his acting was different. Like, things he was doing. Like, first of all, he called Viv Boo. He's never called her Boo. And like those kind of things, like he was acting different. He was like, it just felt like a little boy.
He wants to feel like, oh, I'm still black. I still have my black card type of thing.
I didn't even think that, like, but that could be it.
I didn't even pay attention to I didn't notice that he called her Boo.
Yeah.
But you mean when they won spades and he was like, that's my girl?
But even it was in the beginning of the episode. He was like, like, you had to play, like, he was teaching her how to play spades. But like, even like his whole, he wasn't Bel-Air. He wasn't Bel-Air. He was very much North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina. Let me stop. So if I was Hillary, I mean, I would have to understand him, especially if she did not be like, of course, like what she did, like, kind of like skewing the pie results and stuff like that, and making sure he lost because he was mad. I feel like that was such a childish thing to do. But
do you think she really did that? That was Jeffrey's assumption.
Yeah.
But how do you know the pie just wasn't that good?
So I mean, but it's just like, you're gonna think that yours is the best. Most times, I mean, maybe it was, but he got the #1 dealership in the Southern states. Let me stop. He pissed me off with that, but I'm just like, he's not a chef. He's a dealership man.
Okay, but a lot of our grandparents aren't chefs, but they food be bussin'.
That's true. Okay.
Exactly.
Can't hold him right there.
You cannot hold family recipes.
So I was watching the episode again. I'm like, this man is a good liar, because he was talking about some. Oh, I have no agenda. He's straight, like, bold-faced lie. I got no agenda. I just want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Red flag. Anyway, and then, but first of all, why is he confiding in Will? Maybe because, they had that football.
I don't think he knows that Will is Jazz's best friend.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. But I'm just like, he was being a little too free with him. Like, I'm definitely going to get back, in her good graces. But I'm just like, She told you she does not want to be your arm candy. And I don't understand what you maturing is going to have to do with her changing her perspective about what she wants. She's still going to be labeled a football wife. You know what I'm saying?
And that's not what she wants.
Exactly.
No, and Hillary, she wants to be her own woman. She wants her own thing. Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, what do you think is going to change? Like, it's not going to change anything. But
okay, well, you're moving on to that, and I'm just going to talk about that too. But okay, so I feel two ways about him talking to Will about that. One, I was just like, dang, these men, y'all be playing. Literally looked at her and was like, I have no agenda. Where's your man? I'm just here. Your father invited me. I don't know who Hillary is, type of thing.
Holding the kids.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, come without the child. Why are you bringing that child?
That was funny. I thought it was so cute. He's like, oh. I was like, okay, like,
So one, I felt like, okay, Of course you can't. I mean, then again, are we even surprised? Like, what we know about men, they always gonna come back. They always like, oh, what did she say? What did he say? The one that got away. That's what he said. Hillary's the one that got away. Okay, type of thing, right? One. So it's like, okay, typical man. Two, I don't know. I felt like, I don't know. I think it's nice that you know that you made a mistake. Like, as a man, I think it's nice that you know that you made a mistake. You know that you lost somebody that was good.
Yeah.
You acknowledge that you needed to mature for the relationship, and you willing to fight for it. And I kind of, sort of appreciate that he didn't come to her and was like, I'm gonna get you back, just know.
Yeah.
I think I like that he was like, kind of like, don't worry, like, in the back of my mind, like, I know what I want. She's saying she doesn't want anything. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's nice, you know? Come chase me. Come put in work.
I like it. Yeah. But okay, do you think that she likes Jazz? Like, do you think she loves Jazz enough?
I was gonna say yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like one, it's like, was she telling Lamar, I have a man, don't try to push it on me, to try to convince herself that she has a man? Or was she trying to convince him that she had a man? And who were you talking to? Because it just seems to, like, I don't know. Don't try to talk to me because, you know, I have a boyfriend. Like, don't even look my way. Yeah. I'm not even looking at you, type of thing. And then also he was like, because she was like, I know this feels good and all. And he was like, oh, so this feels good. And like, I don't know. And you know how we are every time we're, like, you know, around people or guys that we used to, I guess, date or talk to or whatever. It's just like, you want to stand your ground. Like, the way that you treated me was so bad that I need to be, like, you know, my independent woman stuff. You're not going to get me back. You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're not going to fool me twice. Yeah. So I think that was the type of energy she was trying to give. Like, oh, don't play with me because I'm not no basketball wife. Like, you know, da-da-da. So I don't know. Maybe, like, a part of her is like, dang, I don't know. I really don't. I need a little bit more time to figure out how she really feels.
Yeah. I wish we got to see them more to see, like, if there are lingering feelings. Because she definitely had her wall up with him. She was not breaking. It was him, like, it was like, you know, an episode, like, he was stretching his neck, looking for her to have that dance. And then she's really serious about being with Jazz. But I just wonder, I'm like, I feel like we talk about this every week. Like, this woman, I genuinely feel like she's just there. I don't, like, she's just there for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if a relationship with Jazz is necessarily what she wants. I think she just stumbled into it. Would you have stayed at the reunion, or would you have gone to go, like, pull up? Like, if he was still not replying, like...
I feel like if it was me, I'm crazy, I would have went to his house, because that's what I would have done. And then I also feel like if you were just so stuck on trying to let him know, like, I'm being serious, then you wouldn't have even danced with him.
That's true.
That was the part that really, I'm like, damn, you about to dance? Jazz about to pull up now. That's what I was like, Jazz about to pull up. So I don't know, but
then he sent the text, like, okay, I'll leave the door open for you.
And it's like, not to change into, like, a different scene, but even when they left off on that, it was just like, okay, like, is he gonna pick a fight over, oh, I texted you to come and you didn't? Because it's like, you ignored me the whole day, you didn't come to my family reunion. So I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but yeah.
I also want to shift and, like, start talking about Carlton and Will. So, like, even before we talk about their relationship, what did you want to say?
No, I'm saying them both being nominated for the award. Okay. But go ahead.
But I was thinking, like, I've been noticing he's working out excessively. And I'm just trying to see, like, is he, like, what is his reason? Like, is he trying to cope? Like, that's his coping mechanism to, you know, not to get off the coke, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just...
Coping mechanism to get off the coke.
Yes. So, like, that's what I'm trying to see, like, is he doing that just so he can have something to do with his time? Because, like, I think that was a lie when he said, oh, he's just getting ready for the game. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I'm like, we can't even forget to talk about him and Uncle Phil, too. But we get to that. So, how you feeling?
I mean, yeah, because a lot of people say, like, you know, working out releases stress. Like, even me, like, when I stopped running track, I felt like I was always so stressful, just so emotional that I wasn't before. So I do think that
track was the stress for me. It's like, no.
I was screaming. Track was life for me, y'all. But yeah, like, I feel like it was what I consistently did. And when I stopped, I just realized, like, I was always stressful. And now, like, when I'm really, really stressed, I do go out for a walk or, like, a run or go to the gym. So it could be like he's really trying to suppress all his emotions. You know, anxiety can be triggered by stress too. Yes. So maybe he's trying to exude everything that he has into working out. Yeah. That he's too tired to have, like, you know, an anxiety attack or anything.
That's smart.
Yeah. So, like, overthink.
So, like, what are your thoughts on, like, the whole, like, the Founders Award situation? Like,
I don't know. I just feel like I didn't see it coming that they were going to nominate Will. I was like,
no, that was... And then, what's it called? When they're like this, wait, let me get your hand. Like, when they're like
no,
this.
they did this. It was this.
Oh, it was this?
Yeah, it was this.
Yeah, and then, like, and Will Smith. I was like, that was some good writing
and
right
look,
there.
and they were like... they were like, wait. I'm laughing, but yeah. I don't know. Like, one, I thought it was like, okay, of course, they're nominating Will because he stood up for the whole school. He stood up for BSU.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then I was annoyed because I was like, so it would have been that easy for y'all to nominate Carlton.
Yeah.
And he was really going back and forth because he really wanted the nomination from his teacher.
That. Yeah.
So I was like, damn, was that easy? I thought it was only like faculty and staff. So I forgot old girl's name. The one... Yasmin, the head of the BSU? Okay, yeah. So when she was like, I mean, BSU always has a nomination.
Never knew that.
I was like...
Never
So how did Carlton not know? So that was just like, you know, I don't know. It was just like he went through all this and he only had a panic attack because it's like he wanted both. He wants to please, you know, the white man. The clear people. He wanted to please them. And then on top of that, he wants to still feel like he's part of the black community and he's giving back. I don't think it was only about pleasing Yasmin or trying to get like, you know, her attention. I think he genuinely wanted to do good, but then he didn't want to do too much because of course his teacher was in his ear. Because before that, he was all for it. He was like, yeah, let's do a walkout. So I don't know. I think it's interesting that they both got nominated. I was annoyed, like I said, that it was that easy for them to nominate Will. And then lastly, I thought it was really interesting how much Doc has influenced Will, where it was like, at first he's like, I don't even know what that is. I don't care for it. And now he's like,
one word is all it takes.
Literally. He's like, I think I might, you know. So those are my thoughts on that.
I mean, even when you're talking, I was like, yo, like, that means the teacher knew that the BSU could have nominated him. But she withheld that information for him for her own advantage.
Because, you know, she wanted that position that she was getting to.
Such a coon.
Yeah. I'm screaming, not a coon.
She's a coon.
Why do you feel like she's a coon?
Because I'm just, okay, maybe not a coon, but she's so, I don't know what the word is for her.
Like, she's such a puppet.
That and like she's like, I'm like, dang, like, why are you like, you go be a leader for another organization? You know what I'm saying?
Not the BSU.
Exactly, not the BSU. Like they are the ones who are known to make a scene, to cause, like, you know, cause stuff. I think she was just doing it. She black whole time. They probably told her to do it. Like, oh, you're a black woman. You can relate.
You can
speak
go and
their
sit
language.
with the Black Student Union. That looks perfect for you.
Yeah. So I'm just like, why be an inner enemy of that organization? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you don't want to help them. You want to help you. Even like what you're saying, like Will, he's so easily swayed, but Phil called it. So it was no shock. It was no surprise. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you can get leadership in another way. Like, I don't know, maybe you can, like, obviously you can't go back and be the basketball team leader, but maybe you can get, you know, a bigger role in the BSU and stuff like that.
So you think Will needs to step down?
Yes.
Really?
Because that award is specifically for the Ivies. He don't want to go play basketball for no Ivy. You know what I'm saying? Even if he got in, that's not where he would shine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, if it's leadership you want, you can get it. You can get a different award, but it's like, if this is your friend and you know your friend has been talking about this song like this whole time,
it's like it should be nothing for you to just
exactly.
Let it go.
It should be. It's like, oh yeah, I want it, but I know my friend wants it more, and this is way more beneficial for Carlton. You know what I'm saying?
For Will.
Like, it's very selfish to me.
It is. It is. I don't know, because at first I was just like, you know, I was like, oh, it's nice that they're both getting nominated. Then I did think that Will was going to step down. But then it was just like, you know, how come Will can't get this good experience? Because it's like, how come he only has to be the basketball guy?
That's true.
He's still a scholar.
That's true.
But then it's like, at the end of the day, you don't really need this specific award.
Exactly.
That Carlton has been talking about for, I don't know, 10 years.
Exactly.
So it's just like...
He didn't bring it up yesterday.
So I don't know. That's a hard one. Yeah. But speaking of which, because you went into Doc, how do you feel about Doc? Like, what is the sketchy thing behind him?
I can't figure him out. But what do you want to say, Francine?
Me either. It's something about him.
But I cannot figure him out. Like, I'm like, is it money? Like, does he see Will is gonna be like a big star? Like, I cannot figure him out. Like, what is, like, the fact that he needed to get his whole niece? That's some real conniving wicked stuff to like really plot on him that deep. Like what? Like I cannot figure him out. And I mean, I'm just thinking like all our conspiracies this season, like they have not been going. Like these writers are really keeping us like, you know what I'm saying, like on our toes. Like I cannot figure him out. But what do you think?
I don't know either.
Yeah, like, I just like I cannot figure.
I don't have a clue because it's just like you have a lot of players going D1. You have a lot of players going to the NBA. So or what do they call it? NIL? I don't know. But
for baseball.
No, the basketball.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're allowed to use the NBA, or maybe they did. I don't know. I feel like they called it something else.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of basically really good players. Like it's like even see Will in the gym, like compared to the other people that he had. It's like Will just seems like he's not that good compared to them, because it's like, you know how like you're a great student at your high school, then you go to an Ivy League, and it's like you're partnering up with all the great students. So
exactly.
Like, you become like, oh, I'm not even that great. And I feel like that's kind of, not that Will's not that great, but that's kind of how he is in this program. Where they have so many great kids. So it's like, what is it about Will? And then I don't know which episode it was, but then it was like when Will was staying with Jazz, that guy that he kept going to basically connect him with Doc. When they were sitting in his office at the end, and he's like, thank you for reconsidering. He's like, yeah. And something about this, and then looking at the picture with Uncle Phil. And I'm just trying to figure out, because it's like, I don't see it being about money. I don't know if it's talent, because he has it. I really don't know. And then like, yes, him putting his niece on is like also like, like I really can't put my finger on it. I don't know. That's why I asked you. I don't know. I was like, maybe you're gonna tell me something I didn't see.
Yeah, I think it's because of the money. Because the episode before, he was like, "Oh, you see who's behind like the nephew of Will Smith? I mean, the uncle of Will Smith." And he pulled out a picture of the whole family. So I'm like, is it really about money? And he's just weird to me.
I think it's about control. I don't know, because I'm like, at first I was thinking small. I was like, maybe he just wants to control a young man that he knows has great potential. But I think it's about, it could probably be bigger than that. It's probably controlling Phil. I don't know. I mean, hopefully we get this one right. I hope so.
It could be. Yeah. It could be Uncle Phil, because it's like, I don't know, the money thing, it sounds good. Yeah. But he has a lot of players going in. Like, because even with the contract they give Uncle Phil, that Uncle was like, oh, this is a big percentage. He's like, I mean, all my players agree to that. So it's like, he's been getting
what
money.
Proof do you have of that? He could be talking from the side of his neck.
Okay, but Will keeps talking about how like accredited he is, basically, like how much he's done.
From the hood. Streets wait, what is it? Streets certificate? I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, he's from the hood, and he wouldn't get it because you're so Bel-Air. I'm like, what is so Bel-Air?
Yeah, that
street cred. That's what I was trying to say. Street
was really
cred,
cringy to me.
Really?
He was like, you don't get it because you not he might not be Bel-Air enough for you, but that's exactly why I like him. Like, boy, sit down.
I thought it was a bar. He's so funny.
But what's it called? I don't know, but that's a good one. Maybe he wants to really influence Uncle Phil when it comes to politics, or something like law-wise. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one.
I think it was in episode 2. We were talking, like someone said, it was Nana. She said that he might have an in with the guy that Jeffrey killed in season 1. I mean, that was just like a theory. You know how Jeffrey killed Rashad? The guy who was coming after Will.
Oh, coming after Will, yeah.
So like he might be from Philly. It might go that back. I don't know. That's another theory we have.
Yeah.
What if Rashad was the nephew of Doc?
But then that would be Jackie's cousin.
That would be so funny.
That would be Jackie's cousin, and why would she date?
Does she even know that Will?
She's not trying to date Will though. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like she likes him.
And the uncle was like, "Yeah,
we'll play with
him."
So you like him? Okay, keep liking him. Like, okay, but besides that, I cannot figure Doc out. But besides, like, you know, these small theories we have here and there. But I also wanted to talk about Phil and Carlton's relationship. I think that Phil is one of Carlton's biggest triggers. I think he makes Carlton the most insecure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Phil, he low-key knew that. Because when they're talking to the therapist, like, oh, I know I put a lot of pressure on him. But I genuinely think he puts all the most stress on Carlton. And I mean, I thought he was bad. But then we see Julius. Honestly, the whole episode, I thought, Julius, he hates his son. I'm like, he just gotta hate Kyle. Like,
and then I'm just like, is it just me, or like, is this man really just? I'm just like, I'm getting uncomfortable. Like, he's like, how many times guys tell you stop being dumb, stop being stupid?
Yeah,
and it's like, I know our parents say things that we don't like, but he was doing a little too much, and I think that really also showed Carlton that, you know, my dad is not that bad. Like, I was doing all this to please him. I know he's gonna like maybe have an attitude, but he's not gonna call me out my name. He's not gonna belittle me in that way. Like, he's gonna be like, Carlton, come on, why would you do that? He's not gonna be like, Carlton, you're so stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's what Julius was doing to his son. I was just so confused. But sorry,
no, but I mean, I'm glad you said it, because honestly, that's generational. Because just like they were talking, like, you know, like, oh, why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this? And then that's when he finally came and said, like, oh,
this is what dad used to do to me.
Exactly, because he's like, oh, it's Phil's thing. Like, when Will's asking about, like, oh, did you go to college? Like, oh, that's Phil's thing. That hurt him when he said that. Now I think about it, because I'm just like, he didn't say like, oh, like he believed it. He's like, okay, that's what his dad said to him, and it still sticks with you. I'm just like our parents have such an important role to play in our life, like our family. You know what I'm saying? Because like people could just say things out their mouth,
and they not realize the impact.
Exactly, because these are grown men, like 40s, late 40s at that, and like what your father said to you,
who's what you're still thinking about.
Exactly, and it's what you're living by. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I have to be good at something. Why do you think? Okay, they win flag football. Oh, #1 dealership in southern states. I'm like, boy, you're in California. Like, nobody cares. I bust out laughing. I thought it was hilarious. But I'm just like, okay, like, this is just more proof that generational curses are real. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's identified, I don't think he said it, but I don't think he made that connection. But like, what are your thoughts?
No, that's really, really deep. Like, it is generational. And it's funny because when he did open up to his brother about that, I was like, dang, like, you know, you never know how what your parents are saying really make you feel and how it impacts you. But then I'm just like, now I'm thinking about it, he didn't make the connection. Like, well, look at how much worse I'm putting my son down. Worse. Because it's like, I don't think that his dad said like, oh, he's dumb, or he's this, he's that. But I think his dad just saw him in a specific light and saw Phil in another light. And it could be, I mean, Uncle Phil didn't say that, but it could be like, you know, I wanted to be more hands-on, or like more like of a man's man, taking care of the family. But dad only like saw me as a smart kid, and like, you know, like a Carlton and Will type of thing. Like, oh, I'm just good for, you know, basketball, and then it's like Carlton is only good for what's it called? Academics. When it's like, okay, Carlton probably wants to go to the national, I don't know, lacrosse. I don't know.
Competition.
I don't know, but like, you know, it's like I'm multifaceted, but my parent only sees me in this light.
Yes.
And you know, growing up, sometimes sometimes when you're good at something, your parents just label that on you. And it's like, yeah, I really like going to school, but I also really like drawing. Yes. And it's like, when you now come and try to express interest in something else, like, no. Stick to this. Yes. Because that even happened to me. My parents will always say, like, you know, my brother does sports. And when I got into sports, it was like, oh, no, you keep getting A's. Don't do sports. It was like, but I can also, you know.
I can get A's too.
And still, you know, do the sport that I want to do. So I don't know, maybe our parents do that to us. And then, like, now, maybe that's why he feels like, you know, school isn't his thing. It's like, I have to make the best out of... I have to make the best out of my situation. Yes. And even if I didn't go to school, I'm gonna be the best, you know, non-degree man out in the South, type of thing. So, and then it's like, dang, like I find my pride and my identity in what I do now because my parents weren't seeing me.
Oh my gosh, like I'm just thinking, like those, like their parents, well, all parents, like really could shape your self-esteem. Because now you think about it. Phil thinks highly of himself. You know what I'm saying? You see it in his marriage. You know what I'm just like, week after week, we just see Phil put himself first. Like, for once, the whole weekend, it was about Viv for like 2 minutes. She was talking about her art. Oh, but I need my partner. It's like, you know what? They can wait. It's just a game. Where are they going? They're here for the weekend. Can't she get 5 minutes, 15 minutes to just talk about her art? Someone like cares. You made her push her stuff to the back burner. But I'm just like, yo. And then at the end of the episode, when Phil's mom was like, at the end of the day, none of that matters. Like, that was also good advice too. Like, family's important. But I'm just like, man, like, you just can see, like, Phil, like I keep saying, he just likes saying sorry. He likes doing what he wants first and then come back and say sorry. So I was just, like, it's just, like, he sees himself as number one. You know what I'm saying? And, like...
Phil's sassy.
sassy.
He is. And I was gonna say that too, because
Really?
look at how sassy in the sense, not too sassy. He's not sassy like the men that we have today, but he's just a little. Because it's like, look at how after everything has happened, you know, his mom didn't go to him. His mom came to Viv, you know, and say, you know, at the end of the day, it's your husband. You know, keep treating him right. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep, you know, standing 10 toes for him. But like. He's getting coddled. He's the baby. His mom is coddling him, which is what's in turn making him sassy, like she said. That's what I was gonna say, because like, look at his mom. Look what she did.
I mean, I didn't see that though. I didn't see it like as coddling. I thought she was just trying to give her like how to stay married advice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but how come every time? Thank you. I was gonna say, how come every time it's like marriage advice, it's like about how the wife can do. Yes, thank you. But you know, we know men can be annoying, but sometimes when we just do it, do it, just to make him happy. Yeah. But when is it gonna ever be about, oh, can you just do it to make your wife happy?
That's true. It's like saying boys will be boys.
That's
like,
true.
Please.
So, and the thing is, boys won't be boys. We just keep feeding them that lie, us that lie. So we keep giving them that scapegoat. So I feel like I get why you think he's sassy, because even in that sense, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like his mom is giving, you know, Viv props. But it's like, okay, go talk to your son.
That's true.
He's been acting up the whole day.
Like, if you didn't...
like...
It's like, okay, you didn't like it. Why do you think Viv likes it? When you could stop it, like, you could tell your son what to do. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't, like, tell your husband, like, stop. Like, I don't like that, but this is literally your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you see, like, how it's affecting.
Right, I'm not your daughter, so don't come to me for your son's behavior.
Okay, then let's go back into generational curses, right? So even not just in the Black, but in African, I keep saying African because, you know, we're African, but in our community, our moms are so used to, you know, men doing whatever they want, and then, you know, our grandmothers, you know, their mothers telling them, you know, that's how they are, and then even us, like, there's been some times where, you know, some guys would do certain things. I'm like, mom would be like, oh, my mom loves to say, like, you know, guys would be guys, or like. Something she told me, she was like, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know.
Hey, what kind of English is that?
She loves that. And so I think we're just, she loves to say that. I mean, a lot of people say that. So
the angel you don't know.
Yeah, the angel you don't know.
You don't need to know the angel's an angel. Like,
she's trying to say, like, from a distance, that person seems like an angel.
Oh, okay.
But you don't know. So it's just, she would say that, like, you know what you're dealing with here. It looks, the grass is not green on the other side. Basically, okay. I think it's like her little African way of saying it.
Yeah.
But I think, like, like our family, our mothers are so conditioned to taking so much, where we've now come into this, you know, city girls revolution. We're not taking nothing from the guys anymore. We want to be independent women. We want to do our own thing. So I think Phil's mom's advice is coming from everything she was taking. She's like, my mother took it, I'm taking it, you take it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, at the end of the day,
Like, who do you think you are that you're not about to take?
And at the end of the day, you know, family's all that matters, you know?
Dang, that's not a cute moment anymore. That's not a cute moment anymore.
I'm just saying, like, if we're going to talk about generational curses, I think that's, like, a really big one. Let's take it back to Uncle Phil and Carlton. So, like, now, I just feel like, because Uncle Phil's so sassy, Carlton want to be sassy. Okay.
This word sassy, the way you guys are calling it. It's like, that's not what I think.
Like, he's a bit spicy, okay? A little bit spicy.
Like, attitude-y. Like, not like attitude.
But I'm going to have it my way. And Carlton will have it his way.
Like, that's you're the only child. Like, it's not about you.
It's not.
Okay, I see what you guys mean.
So, in that sense, maybe not sassy. That's not a good word.
Learned a new word today.
And I do feel like that's why because his dad impacts him so much, like who he is and who he's trying to be. He wants to be like his dad. I think that's why his dad impacts him so much. But even like going into that, did you notice that when they went to go talk to Will and Carlton about, you know, the award, Viv went to go talk to Carlton and Uncle Phil went to go talk to Will. And I just feel like maybe, I know they didn't show, but I felt like when they talked about it, I was like, you know, I'm better with Carlton. You know, I'm going to take it easy on him. I feel like, you know, you should just go talk to Will. I feel like that's what it was. Because you saw how comforting Carlton looked like when he was talking to his mom. I feel like he feels like he can let his guard down.
That's true.
But then with his dad, he feels like I need to be this person because I want him to be proud of me. And then when Will even went to Carlton, like, you know, I just want to make sure this is okay. He's like, why wouldn't it be okay? He's like, oh, because Uncle Phil and, you know, everyone thinks like it's too much. He's like, oh, because my dad thinks that if you do this, I'm just going to lose. And it's like,
that's painful.
I thought he already got over this, like, episode 1, season 1.
Never.
Not episode 1, but like season 1. I feel like that was already hashed out. But it's like, for someone to say, like, you know, your dad was thinking like this might be a bit much, and your response is, oh, because he thinks you I'm not gonna have any chance. Trigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, I want to make my dad proud. Every time I try, he wants me to be Will. But that's what you feel because you keep feeling like you're trying to make him proud, and the only person he's proud of is Will. Because you know that's how Uncle Phil was like, oh, let's go to the race this thing and let's go do this. And so I feel like Carlton has been burdening or holding on to a lot of I'm trying to make my dad proud. I'm trying to make my dad proud. I'm trying to make my dad proud. And
Will's making it harder.
I don't think so.
I think so because he probably was insecure already. Oh, go ahead, Francine.
Oh no, keep going.
No, say it.
Coming up.
It's coming up. Okay. Okay, I was because now mine is lost.
You said you feel like Will's making it harder.
Okay, because I'm like, of course he probably had the insecurity before Will came, but it's just like all the more now. Like season 1.
And then seeing his dad's relationship with Will.
Yeah.
It's like dang, I keep asking my dad to do X, Y, Z with me, but as soon as Will comes, you playing basketball, but we haven't played lacrosse. Type of thing.
Did he look like he played lax? You know what I'm saying? Like, he said he made this basketball court for you. You decided you want to go and be a lacrosse boy. He like that was
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but you're saying that Will's making it harder. So you explain what you're saying.
I think that Will's making it harder because for someone who's insecure and then you want to come and be exactly who my dad, he believes that his dad
Is that
wants.
Will's fault?
It's not Will's fault, but I'm saying it's harder for Carlton. But Will cannot help who he is.
Okay.
You know, the guy's favorite.
You said what I need to hear.
What?
Will cannot help who he is.
No.
I thought you were saying like Will is intentionally making it harder.
No. If your favorite, your favorite.
Yeah.
Will got it like that. Like he just has that favor on his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you come? You just got to that school. You literally climb a building, get suspended, and you still get awarded. You cannot tell me that's not favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't fair, y'all. Favor ain't fair.
It's not.
God's favor.
It's not fair because like Carlton has been working so hard, and I feel like he's really, really suppressing how like honestly. It was really, honestly, he was a big man to say he's not afraid of little competition. At the end of the episode, I still think that Will is selfish. Because he was there talking about something, I was going to run anyway. Yeah, we know you were going to. Because you're going to do what you want to anyway. Because I'm just like... And what I did want to say is as soon as Phil reassured him at the end of the episode, he let go of that crutch of being the Founders Award. Because I feel like once he had that reassurance, at the end of it, he has all he needs. He's like, okay... Whether
my dad has told me that he loves me, then that's all.
That's it. Maybe he doesn't need the Founders Award anymore as much as he did. Maybe it wasn't just he wanted the Founders Award for himself. It probably was another way to like show his dad, yes, I am proud. Yes,
I mean, he wants to make his dad proud.
Exactly. So like I know it's like the joint just fell. Like being at the episode, he was like angry. But after that, like he had peace. I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna say he better than me, but he a little better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm just like I would probably still be upset about that. Like, what are you talking about? What do you want to say, Francine, before we move on?
Oh, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to talk about, Erica?
I just think don't trust these women.
What do you think she's about to do?
Because why was she? Thank you. Why is she talking about maybe I chose the wrong man? Girl, that's none of my business.
When it was at the little dinner thing, she was like, "You can have the client back only under one condition. You know the condition
exactly." And the condition is come and be in the same space as me so I can be around you every single day.
True that.
And then y'all missing the point. Maybe I chose the wrong man. That's none of Phil's business.
It's not. He got a family.
Yeah, but the reason why she's saying that is because she wants him to know I'm still thinking about you. And I still felt like this is something I should have pursued.
All her business, all her past.
That she didn't need to.
Dang. I when I saw that, it didn't really those things went over my head because I was more concerned about him. Like, is he going to betray his own firm that he created? That's what I was thinking about.
This is why you think. Because he don't care about the firm. Look. He don't care about the firm.
He's losing money.
Thank you. He don't care about the firm because he was like, dang, that's a good deal. Yeah, we losing money. And then, instead of going to talk to his wife about it, as every man should, he was like, I'm going to hold off on it. Because why? You know your wife is going to feel some way about it. But if it was never an issue, it would have been like, oh, I spoke to her and I don't think I'm going to take it anyway. But Shorty's weird. And that's not what he did. So, Uncle Phil.
He got jealous when, what's it called?
Was with the art guy.
Why are you... That's
double
so
standard. But yeah, I don't like that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but
I'm like, Erica, we watching.
I just thought it was gonna be too predictable for her to be the college lover, even though he still has not said it out his mouth. All he just said we were in college, but there's nothing explicit that has been said, but there have been some inferences. So to me, innocent until proven guilty. To me, I would not say, oh, that's the lover until he says it. That's the lover.
Okay, it's not the lover, but she plotting and planning to be his lover.
Scheming. Let me stop.
No, but literally,
Yeah.
I don't trust her.
I mean, what do you think she's about to do? Like, infiltrate his marriage? Like,
I don't know.
like,
Sabotage his law firm and the marriage.
That's crazy.
I don't think she was sabotage, because I mean that would sabotage her. Oh, you mean like his so that
own,
he can come to her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, she did look a little bit evil to me. Her eyes were very
Evil.
No, like somebody's drink. Like, first of all, I was like, how you gonna come?
She knew, but she knew what she was doing by drinking and saying like, yeah, he's not coming. I'm the one that's coming.
Yeah.
So she knew. She knew what she was.
And then that's the other thing. She put herself under an alias name when she was trying to. Yes. Because I feel like if Phil knew that it was her, he would have thought twice, or would have been like, oh, you trying to buy me out type of thing. But she was doing all this secret. We get here, you're telling me about your past relationship. Then on top of that, now you're coming to tell me, hey, I chose the wrong man.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with me? Sorry to you and your man.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man. And sorry to you.
No, for real.
She's the tea.
Dang. Honestly, I didn't see how important that scene was. I just saw it like, okay, she's just trying to tempt him. But honestly, she has something way bigger up her sleeve. I don't think we have enough episodes to finish this. They better not leave us on a cliffhanger with this, because I need to know.
I'm screaming.
Okay.
Go ahead and wrap it up. Sorry.
Okay, so just to close this out, so we see that Will decides, he's going to be selfish and he's going to take the Founders Award. Okay, that's no problem. We're going to see it's going to end up bad for him. I hope he loses. It's like, no, let me stop. I don't like what Phil is doing. I don't like it. Yeah, Will.
You said Phil.
I said Phil? Who told him to say Phil and Will and Gil? Let me stop. Okay, it calls it. Okay. And then Jazz decides he's going to not text our girl Hillary back the entire episode. Very disrespectful. I'm mad at him. I'm mad at him.
They should break up. That was terrible.
But we see that they're going to go on a date in one of the trailers.
The way she bent down.
Yeah. That kind of threw me off. And I was thinking maybe it was Hill's, but yeah. His pride.
Yeah.
She don't love him. It's something about him that she's using.
Something about you,
girl. Okay. I don't know what she wants from Jazz, but anyway, so he decides to finally text her back at the end of the episode, but it's too late. She and Lamar are getting down on the dance floor. Getting down. Okay, like they're getting down on the dance floor, and he texts her back. Okay, like, yeah, come, pull up. I'll leave the door open for you. He's about to have his door open all night. Hopefully, nobody will rob him. But anyway, and then we see that Phil is considering Erica's deal with the law firm. He's with the law firm, probably take the client and get himself financial stability, because it's all about Phil. And finally, I think that was it. That happened in episode 6. So they're.
Oh no!
What happened?
Jeffrey and his son.
Yes, and then Jeffrey, they gave Jeffrey the information for the adoption papers because he put his son up for adoption, and we're gonna see how that's gonna turn out. Because Will, I don't know, he's 17-year-old talking about Jeffrey needs to see his son, and he's about to just lead this whole operation.
This girl be hating on Will. I don't like these.
I didn't used to. Will used to be my friend.
I don't like
he used to be my friend. But
he said Will is 17-year-old talking about Jeffrey needs to see his son. Okay? He felt like he know what he's talking about at 17.
Too grown.
No, he's too grown.
But yeah, so then we're gonna see if Frederick decides to take his dad back, and that's everything that happened in episode 6. But before we go, we got this amazing woman right here, my very own cousin. I wanted to talk about everything she got going on, so tell us.
Hey everyone, as I already said, my name is Bridgette Manfield. I am the president and founder of Ghana Girls Connect. We're a nonprofit organization, but we focus on social activities as well as philanthropical. And our big project for this year will be the Period Project. So we're trying to end period poverty in the world, but we have to start somewhere. And we're going to start right at home in Accra, Ghana, for our Ghana Girls Give initiative this year. For our Ghana Girls initiative this year. So we've been collecting pads, tampons, panty liners, just all the things that we as women need to feel good during our periods. We're also collecting monetary donations to go towards this cause. Our goal is to raise $10,000, you guys. We're hoping for this to be an ongoing, an ongoing project. So not just this year, but every year we want to be able to give these girls everything they need to just be able to even attend school or work just because they're on their period. Does that make sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm going off. But yes, we want them to, feel comfortable enough to attend school and work on their periods. But yes, you can follow us on all platforms at Ghana Girls Connect, and also updates about how much we've raised, other things that we're doing, because we have a lot coming to you guys this summer. So yeah. Thanks, guys, and thanks to Robin for having me.
I'm so proud of you. Like, that's why I could Miss CEO, okay? Like, she's just not trying to do something for herself, but she's trying to do something for the whole community. Like, that's what this, like, the whole diaspora is about, and I'm just so proud of you. And, y'all, please follow her at Ghana Girls Connect. We about to put the links down there. Let's support this cause. Let's support back home, especially if you're African, you're part of the diaspora. But thank you guys so much for joining us, and I'll see you next week. Bye.